All right, so thanks everyone for joining. This is Jessica Wirt. I am the Customer Success Manager here at Simplesoft Solutions. We have Terry Unger, our project manager, and she is an expert in all things CRM. She's going to be on the line as well to help answer any questions. And I apologize for any delay here. I believe the system is running slow. All right, today's agenda, again, we're just going to do a quick demonstration of the mobile client. Something to keep in mind, this is the latest version, version 4.0. So if there's certain things that look different on your screen or you're not seeing as an option, just make note of that and get with me afterwards, and I can help you in reviewing what version you're on. And if you want to upgrade to the latest version, I can help get you information for your company for that. Another thing I wanted to mention, if you would like a customized demonstration of how to navigate mobile that's specific to your company and your sales process, I can set that up for you as well. Just give me an email after this. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. All right. So this is the latest version of the Infor CRM Mobile. I'm going to log off to show you something here. So it's always going to check connectivity. That's standard. So when you put in your username and password, something to help you with quick access is to hit the Remember Me button before signing in. Your phone will probably also prompt you to save the password. You'll want to do that as well. And then as you can see over here, I have a screenshot of what it looks like to add a shortcut and add it to your home screen. Infor does not have an app in the App Store, so you have to just save the shortcut to your home screen for quick access. So when you do that and you press the button and you've hit Remember Me on your sign in, it will open directly up to whatever default group and entity that you have set. And I'm going to show you how to do that now. A couple of other quick things I wanted to mention before going into showing the mobile app is you cannot create groups in the mobile app. So there's some setup that you should do prior in your web client to set up the groups and things that you're going to want to quickly access when you're on the road or away from your desktop, so that they're available to choose from when you're on your mobile. So the first thing I'm going to show is just some basic navigation. So this is my opening screen that I've set as default. You'll notice these three dots in the corners. It's just to change your theme. And just like in web, when you hover over things, it will let you know what they are. You have speed search in mobile, and this is just like in the web client speed search. This searches across all entities, meaning if you search for the word test, it's the only place you can search that will search the entire database. It will search in your notes, your histories, contacts, accounts. Your quick actions is where you can add an account or contact. And when you click there, you have options to add contact and account info or just account info. Again, you always need to think of the mobile as a quick access. A lot of your custom fields or fields that you see in the web won't show in mobile because the mobile is designed to just be a quick access point for your CRM. Your go-to menu is going to list all the different entities you can jump to within the mobile. You can customize this view, and I'm going to show you how to do that in just a moment. So when you click on the entities, there's a way to set a default group to show here when you click on the different areas. So let's take a look at that really quick. So once you're in accounts, you can click the gear, and this is going to show you your groups. Now this list of groups, you get to show up here by clicking on the word configure. This is going to show you all the groups that you've created in your web client that you have access to select. So you can unselect and select different ones. Then you make sure to hit the check mark to save. Now when you go here, you'll see the different groups that you've checkmarked there. I suggest just keeping 4 or 5 here, the ones you're going to use the most, so that you can quickly click between. This check mark is what tells you is the default group for that entity. So anytime you click accounts over here, this is the group it will open up to. You can change it by just clicking beside, and as you can see, now customers has the check mark. Layouts, you can jump between the summary view and back to the detail. And then the other option was KPIs, and that's where you can choose to show certain KPIs at the top that you might use. So let's quickly look at how to set the default screen that you open up to. So when you sign in, you want to make sure that it opens up to your customers group. So you want the accounts entity to be the default. You'd go to your other menu and you would hit configure. And as you can see, accounts is first in the list. Whatever is first in this list will be the default entity that opens when you log in. Also, these check marks, that's what you're seeing in your go-to menu. So if you uncheck something, it will take it out of that view. You can also reorder these by press and holding the 3 dots and sliding them up and down. The 3 dots themselves do not have any actions. You just have to press and hold. Again, whatever you change here, make sure to hit the check mark before leaving to save. So those items like that where you set up those type of configurations are what helps you navigate the mobile CRM faster. Just to close on here, these settings, here you can see there's nothing really to configure there. All right, so let's go back to the go-to menu, and I'm going to show you some items about just basic navigating around accounts and contacts. So a good thing to note is anything that's hyperlinked is an actionable item. So if you're on your phone and you click this, it's going to launch directly into your phone app and make a phone call. And that goes for anything that's highlighted within. So if you click an address and your default is Google Maps, you click this address and it'll automatically go ahead and launch you into Google Maps. This will take you to a website, etc. This is the detailed view, and as you can see when you're within it, you can schedule an activity, add a note straight to this account. You can view accounts nearby. And then you're going to notice up here there's a little briefcase. And something to note, you do have to have this configured for offline use. So again, if you're not seeing this briefcase, make a note to reach out to me and I can help you get this added. Now what that briefcase is for is, say you know you're going into visit a customer and their warehouse has terrible cell service, or you're going to the middle of a farm or the middle of the woods and you know you want to access their information, you hit this briefcase and it's saving the items to be accessed later offline, so you won't need internet access to get to the information. I'm going to hit cancel here because we don't need to go look at the briefcase now. I'll show you that in a minute. When you click related items, this is going to show you all the activities, contacts, opportunities, your notes, everything related to this account. Again, here you can hit your back. You can view your open opportunities that you're working on that customer. And then you can go back to your main screen. If you search within accounts, just like in web client, it will only search within this entity. If you're unsure of where something is, that's why I recommend using the speed search up here where it searches across all of these. And the same thing is true with the hyperlinks in the accounts. Something else I wanted to show is when you hit the three dots, you have quick actions. So you can quickly add a note to this account, call them, and you can configure this list the same way as the others. You can reorder, you can turn off ones you don't want to see, hit your save to make your quick actions to what you're going to use every day. If something's grayed out, it means that field isn't filled in. Again, when you open them up, same thing, you're going to have your related items to that contact, schedule activities, call them, a lot of quick actions up here. And again, you can briefcase the contact level. And then I'll show you here, when you click on My Briefcase, this is where it's going to show all your offline data. So when you don't have cell service and you open your app, it will only let you access this. All these other things will be grayed out when you log in, and you'll be able to click My Briefcase, and anything you've stored here will be ready for you to look at. Opportunities, you have the option to add new. Again, it looks very similar to what you have in the web client. Okay, and then now I'm going to show the contour distance searching. So this is a map feature, and something to note is these are your My Places. They are something, again, that you will have to set up in your web client prior to going out to travel, because you can't create new places within within mobile. So these are set up in the web client. And what it is if you click on one, now based on the location of your cell phone, it's going to show you accounts near that place. So say you know you're going to Chicago and you know your hotel address, you could put that in as a place before you leave, and then it's going to rank them in order of distance of how far away they are. There's also an Accounts Near Me feature. Since I'm on a computer showing this, I'm not going to click on it, but if you click on that, it's the same thing. It will go off the location of your phone, and it'll show you a list just like this of what you're near. Now again, these companies have to be saved in your CRM. You can go here and change the different types of accounts you have. So say you're looking for prospects, customers, dealers. You could sort it by that too to see who is closest to you from your database. And again, if you know you want to go visit this one and you click on him, click the address, and it'll give you directions just like Google, it'll take you right to Google Maps just like you do with any other address. You can access your activities. You can create new from here, and you can also access anything you've scheduled for yourself in the web client. So again, just to remind everyone, your web client, your mobile, your XBAR, they're all in sync. And so anything you put in any three of these automatically goes no matter where you log in. The Checking my agenda, making sure I'm getting everything here. Also, something to remember too, if your company has connected your CRM and your ERP, and it's connected with our Ion integration, over here you will also have the option to see sales orders, invoicing, shipments. So if you're looking on your mobile and you see those items, that means that you are connected to your ERP. And that's something else that's really helpful to access on your mobile. You can sort it by customer. So if you're in a customer's location and they want to know, if their equipment has shipped, you could easily look on there in shipments. You could look at their current orders that are in and invoices that may be past due while you're in there to talk about that as well. All right, I'm just going to check the comment box here to see if we have any questions. Does anyone have anything specific they want to see? They want to put it in the chat box there and I can try to show you. All right, let's take a look at, oh, here's someone. Can you show how to configure the distance search in the web client? Sure, I can hop on and do that real quick. Jesse, for you saying you have no contour distance search, I'm not sure if you missed the part. Did you check on your other menu? Did you click on configure? And let me know if it's an option here. If it's not, you may have an older version. If you don't see it as an option in your configure menu under let's see. No option. Okay, Jesse, I will make a note to get with you after and we can check what version you have and we can get it on there. Okay. The briefcase, does it automatically locally save all CRM data or only the live screen? Only the live screen. That's a good question, Rob. How much data is used to save our? So you wouldn't, I would say when you use that briefcase, it's recommended that you use it per trip, right? You don't want to try to save your entire database offline on there. I would say if you know you're going out, I'd save your key people you're going to visit with. And then, later on you can clear out the briefcase as well. I can quickly show you here in the web client where you find the My Places. Brad, I see that you also need follow-up on the contour. I will add you to follow up on. Okay, and for those of you on, this is a look at the newest web client, the new look. So as you can see on the left-hand side, now again, this is going to be related to your user roles. If you're not seeing it, you might need it added to your user role. But you click places, and as you can see here is your list. And when you right click, there's an option to do a new place. I apologize, my internet is terribly slow. And this is where you would add it in and hit save. And then that's it. And then whatever you add here is going to show in your web client. Same if you delete them or rename them. Anything you edit or change or add here will be over there. See what this next question. Okay, Rhonda, I see you are also not seeing it. We'll get with you. All right, let's take a look here. Adding an account, again, is going to look very similar to just like you do in the web client. Again, I was going to show you the KPIs since I didn't show that earlier. So here you can check mark on and off different KPIs that you want to see. These are just the 3 default, and those will refresh up here. The My Schedules, again, you can choose to show these at the top. The gear is always where you're going to find your settings on that. All right, let's check the questions here. Yes, this is being recorded, Amanda, so you can definitely share. I will be sending it out, a link to YouTube when I'm done. Okay, Kelly, you're asking if the mobile version is only available on the newest version. No, it is available with several of the other versions. Solby, if we have time, would you be able to navigate to some of the enhancements? I'm assuming you mean on the web client? Sure, I can hop over to the web client. We have time, and I will just show you some of the new items there. Again, one of the big things is they did a user interface uplift with larger fonts, some new icons, and the darker color. Thank you, Terry, for answering that. One of the biggest changes that they brought were the adding of forecasts, forecast pipelines, and quotas. Just FYI, I do have a video of the forecasting and the pipeline and adding it to the sales dashboard on YouTube. I will be doing a video this week on the quotas section. So be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up with all the demos and live releases that I put on there. So the forecasts here, I'll show you, you can do a new one and you assign, make whatever time frame you want and name it. A lot of people are doing by quarter and by year. And what's nice is once you have the forecast created, the sales team can add their opportunities to their forecasts, and it will track, you know, how close they are to their forecast. And then you can assign them quotas the same way. So here's the pipeline that kind of shows you a breakout of this here. And then the quotas work in the same way, where leadership can assign by territory, by sales rep. Okay. All right, as Terry noted, the contour is a preloaded function that is included in your CRM that needs configuration to enable the usage and visibility. So it's probably something in the back end that just needs turned on that you don't have set up yet. So as Terry said, definitely reach out to us. I have the 3 names here that I'll send you an email to follow up about helping you get that turned on. Something to note about leads, you cannot convert leads from the mobile CRM, unfortunately. A lot of companies, what they'll do is they'll put a certain status option to convert, and there may be an in-office admin that converts the leads for them. That's always an option. But as you can see, when you open, you have your quick activities here for the lead. And you can add a note too. All right, we're about at our Q&A portion. So is there anything else anyone wants to see or know more about? Feel free to unmute if you want to discuss anything.
How do you know if you have the newest version?
Okay. You know that from, let's see, what version of what, Kelly, the version of web client that I was just showing is the very latest upgrade. And that's the 8.4.03 that was just released. What version of mobile you're using should display when you log out. Terry, that is where it shows, right? Login screen.
Correct. So if you go to the login screen, well, the older version shows it at the bottom. So if you are not 4.0, it will show down here towards the bottom. It will show version something or another. You can also log in and see if it shows on the settings in the options. Help, under the help. I haven't looked at this new version to see where they show that, so I'm not sure, but on the older versions, not 4.0, it does show on the sign-in screen.
Well, and this is a good thing to look at because just like in web client, it gives you a help menu.
Agreed. Yeah, I'm not seeing it either, so it looks like they don't carry it, but we have ways of finding out other than what you see here.
Does anybody else have anything they want to review or see?
Hey, Jessica, this is Solby.
Hello.
The contour, it looked like it was on the mobile client when you were looking in there. Is that true, or was I looking at the wrong place?
Yes, there is a contour feature in the web client as well. And it's a little, you can make, you know, a directions. It's a little, I'd say old school, because what it does is it creates a Google Map or Bing, whichever one you have connected, and it maps a route for you and it gives you route directions that you could email to yourself. I personally like to tell people to just utilize the My Places and plan your trips there. This way it's all accessible over on your mobile instead of having printed directions or having to pull up your tablet or laptop. I do have a video on our YouTube channel of the web client contour searching. if you wanted to see how that functions.
Okay, but it's not on the mobile app.
The contour is, yes, this is the right here, and these my places. So this is the mobile, and these are where you create these in your web client, and then you click on them, and then based on the location of your phone, it will show you from the location you started with, so accounts near Chicago, and it will go in order of closest to farthest away. And if you click on them, you can use the hyperlinked address and it will launch your phone's mapping program to give you directions of where to go.
So if I don't see it, it is something to do with security or setup.
Yeah, that's where Terry was saying it is a preloaded function. It just needs to probably be configured in your system for it to show here. Or Solby, try and see if you go to your configure menu, sometimes it's just not checkmarked. So if you don't see it in this menu, then it needs turned on.
Cool, thank you.
Yep. I don't see it in that menu on mine. Okay, yep, Jesse, I have you down. I will reach out to get you set up. Well, while we have some time, I do just want to show our upcoming events. We did have our Q2 Heartland Users Group Lunch and Learn. It was an on-site event in April, but with everything that's going on, it is on hold. It will more than likely be rescheduled. But we do have several webinars coming up. We're probably going to add another webinar to April if this gets canceled, which it probably will. But I think we're going to do a live Q&A session of kind of you can submit your questions before anything related to anything CRM that you'd like to see or talk about with Simplesoft. We're thinking we might have some sort of roundtable event. But these events here are all on our calendar at simplesoft.net for you to go ahead and sign up for. And again, I am recording this and I will send the link out later this afternoon with some other follow-up items for you. And if there's anything we can help with, getting your contour set up or upgrading you to the latest version of mobile, just give us a call or an email and we'll get you all set up. Thanks everybody for your time today. Stay sane in quarantine. All right, thanks everyone. Bye-bye.